Yo, what's up to y'all, my peeps out there in the world? It's your boy Yusef Hood, CEO, brand owner, Hood Films Corporation, Hood Films Network, Hood Film Studio, Hood Film everything. Producer, director, writer, cinematographer, editor. I've been shooting and producing my own movies since the early 90s. Oh, my light went out. This light has been in my career for 12 years and I'm gonna cut it right back on. It's time for another bulb. I just don't feel like going to get it yet. Whew. I rarely use this light, so it's been on hiatus for about, I can't even remember. It's at least been 4 or 5 years, probably longer. No, yeah, it has been, because it's just, maybe 7 years then. It's literally just been sitting up for major years. It's a softbox. So anyway, I'm chilling. I'm grateful for anybody coming to check out my show. Don't even know particularly to talk about. Don't want to talk about the Donald Trump shit. I think this weekend, if you could want to know what weekend this is, it's the weekend and they said that the country was shut down or something like that. It's 1 year since Trump been in office. January 20th is this weekend. That's my smoothie. I gotta kick it with my smoothie, y'all. Banana, berry, spinach. It's pretty darn good. Get my mouth and throw some exercise because I've been smoking pretty heavy. Celebrating the new year. I said I was going to stop by now, but days keep passing, so remember, don't get to doing something that you want to stop really, which is hard to do because then it's hard to stop. But I'm not perfect, I'm just me, and I want you to be you. And believe in you. Because that's what I do. I've made myself successful as a filmmaker because I've always decided to make films and not do anything else. That means not following people, not trying to click up with people. And I'm grateful to my father for teaching me that that was a stupid move and that was a weak move. Even though when I was a kid and I was learning that, I used to be like, shut up, Daddy. I don't want to hear that stuff. He always talking about some crap. I wish Daddy would shut up. So now in my 40s, I realized that was all important stuff that you was going to need in life when you get older. So my parents always taught us how to be independent and think for yourself and work for yourself. Obviously have jobs if you have to or if you need to, but the objective is to work for yourself and have something that you can build for you. So I work pretty hard to try to do that. And I suggest that for anybody else. Stay positive, find ways to become who you want to be. I have to say words now. I do affirmations like, I am, I can, I will, I'm in control. I believe I'm the richest person in the world. I believe that I'm a future billionaire. I believe that I'm already a millionaire. I believe that I have the best girl that any person can have, the best children. I believe that my films are the most entertaining. I believe that I know everything and anything there is to know about filmmaking. I believe I have the best friends. I believe my blog is the most important and the most entertaining in the world. And you can come and find out more from me than you can find out from every news outlet ever invented. And so I'm contributing more than just just time. I'm contributing the best area that you could find the best information from. And I just continue to say positive things about myself and hope that that turns off and to be somebody else can pick that up and then they can do it for themselves. Because if you don't feel good and feel positive about your life, nothing great is going to happen for you. All the films I produced came from hard work. I did a movie called Last Dance where I directed it. Another person wrote it, and I'm grateful for that brother for writing it. I did a movie called Hood Life. I did Hood Life. My last day editing was 9/11. Just that so happened to be that morning. And that was it. So the other movie I made was South Chicago, which was like a party documentary from the neighborhood that I grew up in, seeing how this area turned into a party every single weekend. Without question, it was one of the biggest parties in Chicago history, and it just happened for decades. Every weekend. It was like the club on the streets. I'm sure it's like that in a lot of other places too. But it happened like that in our city, and I documented that. I did that for about a few years to make that documentary. And it went bonkers. And that's what really put me on the map. Hood Life was that cult film that has always been, people love it. Oh, I also made a DUI film, which I have no copy of. I caught a DUI, like 99 or 2000, and I shot a movie for the court that was a part of my, whatever they call it. I shot a movie. And unfortunately, I had some haters at the school I was at. And they were trying to purge the systems that we were using to edit. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had never even heard the word purge. I didn't even know what the fucking word meant. Like, what are you talking about purging the computer? Well, when you don't have a computer at home in 1999, that's the only place the footage and everything was. So when he kicked it off of the computer, that was it. So I had a copy on VHS. I had my copy. And I gave a copy to the courts. And then this guy wanted me to shoot a music video for him. And his company was called Hood Rich. And mine was Hood Films. And I was like, damn, man, yeah, here, check my tape. But this is the only copy I got of this movie. Please don't lose it. He said, cool. Man, I ran so far out. I never even ran into the nigga for years. We lost contact. Ironically, I see him in court when I have to turn myself in to the courts to go to jail years later. So I realized I never had a copy of that movie again. Fucking loved that movie. I loved the actors who was a part of it, the locations we had got access to use to shoot it. It was not easy to shoot that movie. I lost the fucking copies of it. I think I gave one to my professor at the time at school, but you know, that's a long story. But anyway, what else I make out that movie? Oh. I shot the Players Ball, but that wasn't my footage. That was my buddy's film, Players Ball. I did some music videos around then. And then I shot Rape in the Streets. Rape in the Streets. I produced that and directed it with my homies for my neighborhood, which was a great movie. Independently shot, directed by me and my buddies. After we did that film, we shot Stay to the Lake. Stay to the Lake was a hip-hop documentary. Like many music videos of all of the artists at that time in Chicago. We did a series of those for about 2 or 3 years. Then I did one called Washington Park, which was another party kind of neighborhood area in the city, but on the south side where I'm from. And I shot that, and then after we shot that one, 2000s. I did a documentary for the city on bioterrorism. It was for some kind of not so independently hip hop shit, but some stuff from the school, from the city. They paid me some good money for that shit. It was boring and I hated it because I'm not the person that can sit up at jobs and shit like that. It was really torture, really. But I got away from that. And then what else I do after that? This when YouTube came around. 7. Man, I can't believe I'm going to blank on fucking movies I was making. 7, 8. Okay, that's when I started doing Killer Rapper. That's when I wrote Killer Rapper. Oh, Hero. I shot Hero. I made the movie Hero. That was a independent film that I directed, wrote, edited, did some shooting on it. It was a great film. I love all the actors and producers that helped me with that. Thank you. And I can't remember what happened after Hero. I know I did something in between Hero, and I think I went to the Bay Area and I did some hip hop documentaries in the Bay Area in Cali. I did a movie I went to Hollywood. I did the Hollywood shit. You see that? I went to Hollywood and I rocked out at Paramount. Man, what a fucking year, man. That was right after Hero. And then we went to the Hollywood thing. 10 and 011 was the Hollywood. And oh man, what time that was. It's a beautiful time. It was rough. It's rough as fuck. But we got it done. And it was mad hours working. It was like from, I think, like 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m. every day. That was the gig. That was the hours. It was beautiful though. It was great shoots. Sometimes you didn't go to sleep. Just a lot of fun, man. And I can continue on part 2 about this.